I think every person has done this at some point with their crush. You know what I mean? Sending that message, then sitting there staring at your phone like it's a magic lamp, refreshing the chat window, checking if she's online reading the message. Over and over, convincing yourself maybe she's just busy and will reply soon. Then the minutes stretch into hours and hours feel like days. Suddenly, the power of silence hits you and you're locked in this internal debate. Should I send another message, maybe just something casual, or maybe she didn't get it? Should I follow up? I remember once a friend told me about how he kept sending these little, hey, just checking in texts to a girl he liked. He thought it showed how much he cared, but instead he ended up looking desperate and she drifted even further away. Chasing someone who isn't giving you the same energy is like running on a treadmill. You're putting in all this effort, but you're not actually getting anywhere. But what? If I told you the most powerful move you can make is to stop chasing entirely? That's what we're going to talk about today. Why you should never message her again and how this one shift can completely change the game for you. Point 1. The power of silence. If she's not responding, her silence is already an answer. The biggest mistake most people make is filling that silence with more texts. Think of it like this. Imagine you're at a store and the salesperson keeps following you around, asking, yeah, do you need help? How about now? Are you sure? Annoying, right? It doesn't make you want to buy anything. It makes you want to leave when you keep messaging. That's exactly how you come across. But when you stop, that's when you flip. The script silence can be powerful because it makes people curious. It's like that song lyric you can't get out of your head, it sticks with you. So ask yourself the reverse effect. Do you want to be unforgettable or do you want to be the guy who couldn't take a hint? Let's make silence your secret weapon. Now here's something important. Many people underestimate how impactful silence really is in relationships. Silence creates a space where your presence is felt more deeply without overwhelming the other person. It's about mastering patience and self-respect. It's about showing that you have a life that doesn't revolve around waiting for someone else's attention. When you embrace silence, you project confidence. The kind of confidence that is magnetic and impossible to fake. Point 2. The reverse effect. When you stop chasing, you give her a chance to notice your absence. People often don't realize what they have until it's gone. Imagine you are always the one initiating plans with a friend. The one time you don't, they might suddenly say, hey, we haven't talked in a while. The same thing applies here when you step back. It creates space for her to wonder, wait, why hasn't he texted me? That curiosity is key. It's not about playing games, it's about respecting yourself enough to let her meet you halfway. Now I get it, stepping back isn't easy, especially when you really like someone, but here's a question. If she doesn't notice your absence, do you really want to keep chasing someone who doesn't value your presence? Let me add something here about emotional energy. Many people don't realize that emotional energy is a currency in relationships. When you constantly chase someone who doesn't reciprocate, it drains you emotionally, physically, and mentally. It's like pouring water into a bucket full of holes. Eventually, you're empty, but the other person remains unaffected by stepping back. You stop the leak. You conserve your energy for someone who actually deserves it. And that act of self-preservation is not selfish. It's necessary for your well-being. Point 3. Focus on your growth. This is where the magic happens. Instead of staring at your phone, waiting for a reply, put that energy into yourself. Ask yourself, what's one thing I've been meaning to do, but haven't? Maybe it's hitting the gym, learning a new skill, or reconnecting with old friends. I remember hearing about this guy who, after a breakup, decided to train for a marathon. Not only did he transform physically, but the discipline also changed his mindset. By the time his ex reached out, he wasn't even interested anymore. He was too busy thriving. When you focus on your growth, you naturally become more attractive, not just to her, but to everyone around you. So what's more satisfying? Chasing someone who isn't interested or becoming the best version of yourself? And here's why focusing on growth is so powerful. It rewires your brain. From scarcity mindset to abundance mindset, it shifts your focus from what you lack to what you can build inside you. Growth creates resilience, self-worth, and independence. These qualities are incredibly attractive because they show that you're not dependent on external validation. You become the architect of your own happiness and success, and that energy is contagious. Point 4. The clarity you gain when you step back and focus on yourself. something incredible happens. You gain clarity. You start to see the situation for what it really is, not what you wish it was. Think of it like cleaning a dirty window. At first, everything looks blurry, but as you wipe away the grime, you start to see clearly. You might realize that she wasn't as invested as you thought, or that her actions didn't match her words. Clarity isn't just about understanding her, it's about understanding yourself. What do you truly want in a partner? What are your deal breakers when you have that clarity? You're no longer willing to settle for less than you deserve. Clarity also helps you avoid falling into toxic patterns like chasing after unavailable people or convincing yourself to settle for less than you deserve, because clarity shines a light on your values and your non-negotiables. It allows you to make decisions from a place of strength, not desperation. And that kind of clarity is invaluable when it comes to building healthy relationships. Point 5, if she reaches out, what then? So let's say she texts you out of the blue. First of all, remember this. Her reaching out doesn't mean she's ready to give you what you want. It could just be curiosity or even boredom. Your job is to stay grounded if you're still interested. Keep it casual. Don't jump back into old patterns of over-texting or over-investing. Instead, take your time to gauge her intentions. If she's not serious, walk away with your head held high. Here's a mindset shift for you when you value yourself. You're not afraid to lose someone who doesn't match your energy. The right person won't make you question your worth. And an important note here is to trust your intuition. It's your inner compass that rarely lies to you when she reaches. Out-observe how you feel inside. Is it excitement mixed with anxiety, or do you feel calm and confident? Do her words align with her actions? Is she showing respect for your time and boundaries? If not, it's okay to say no. It's okay to prioritize your peace over the possibility of being with someone who doesn't fully appreciate you. Point 6, reclaiming your power at the end of the day. This isn't just about her. It's about you reclaiming your power every time you choose to walk away from someone who doesn't value you. You're telling the world and yourself that you deserve better. Think about it. Every great success story starts with someone deciding they're worth more. Whether it's in love, career, or life, the moment you stop settling is the moment you start thriving. So here's my final question for you. Are you ready to let go of what's not meant for you and make space for someone who truly deserves you? Because once you do, you'll realize the most attractive thing you can ever be is someone who knows their worth. At the end of the day, this isn't about her, it's about you. When you stop chasing focus on yourself and learn to value your time and energy, something incredible happens. You take back control. The right person will meet you halfway. They won't make you guess, wonder, or chase by stepping back. You create space for the right kind of connection. One where you're respected and valued. So stop waiting. Stop chasing. Start becoming the person you're meant to be. When you focus on yourself, you don't just change the game. You become the one setting the rules. Now ask yourself this. Are you ready to stop chasing people who don't see your worth and start living like the person who knows? Because when you do, everything changes. You got this. And if you want more insights like this and real talk that hits deep, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell on my channel. Dark Facts 2.0. Because here we don't just share facts. We uncover the truths you need to know to level up your life and relationships. Stay tuned for more, and remember, your worth is your power.